The business sector is already preparing for a possible shift to Alert Level 1. But is public transportation ready for this? More OFWs in Hong Kong test positive for COVID-19. And worse, some of them were kicked out from their jobs after getting the virus. Malacanang denies that the arrest of community doctor Naty Castro is a case of red tagging. Some presidential candidates are visiting the stronghold of their rivals. And America's Got Talent star Nightbird has passed away after a 5-year battle with cancer. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Charles Lejano. With COVID-19 cases in the country still on a decline, many businesses are now preparing for a shift to Alert Level 1. But will this really happen anytime soon? Camille Samonte tells us in this report.
The country only logged over 8,000 new COVID cases yesterday, the lowest single-day tally for this year prior to the Omicron surge, as majority of the country has been placed under Alert Level 2 until February 28. Many businesses are now preparing for the shift to Alert Level 1. If that shift happens, it will increase current capacities of existing establishments and will allow many other industries to reopen. But industry players are raising concerns over the country's transportation situation, particularly with respect to the implementation of health protocols in public transport.
The transport is a very key concern. And also the protocol cross-border. There are areas wherein their level may be different from the NCR Level 1. So how do you deal with that? You cannot bring in commuters and at the cross point ask them to disembark and then take another ride.
Some jeepney drivers admit that they are now filling up their jeepneys to maximum capacity, even if we are still in Alert Level 2. Many of them have removed their plastic barriers as well.
No choice kami, mahal ng pila tapos diesel. Kung mag-a-adjust kami na wala kami kikitain. Minsan tiyatanong ko sila, lahat naman minsan nagpapakita na rin sila ng kuwan. Kahit di mo ako nagkukusa na rin sila.
Yung sa atin naman importante lang yung face mask natin, number 1. At kailangan may alcohol tayo. Fully vaccinated naman lahat po yung mga sakay ko kasi bibihira naman po lumabas ng wala na full vaccinated po. Tulad po ako, lagi nakasabit po yung sa akin.
Many commuters are in favor of the de-escalation, especially since many of them are returning to on-site work.
Okay lang siguro kasi bumababa naman na eh. May tao pa rin pero wala naman tayo magagawa mo eh. Hirap kasi ang buhay. Pag pumapasok po kami, hirap kami makasakay kasi pinipigilan nga yung mga sasakyan na magpuno. Kaya pag minsan late kami.
The Metro Manila Council had a meeting Tuesday night to formulate a formal recommendation for NCR shifting to Alert Level 1. A press conference is set this morning at the MMDA office. The IATF, meanwhile, will meet on Thursday to discuss the matter.
Before we announce any alert level for a particular period, we want to study the numbers as closely to the period as possible. Perhaps during the weekend pa talaga namin ma-announce ang ating alert level system for March 1. Although on Thursday, meron na kaming indicative na alert level classification sa lahat ng mga areas.
The DILG, on the other hand, is concerned about the possible scenarios once local campaigning starts on March 25.
Kailangan po nating pag-isipan yan ng mabuti dahil para po sa amin sa DILG, nababahala po kami dito sa ating campaign period. No? Napakahirap po kasi mag-implement ng minimum public health standards sa panahon ng kampanya. At ito pa naman, March 25, magsisimula pa yung local campaign period. So sa tingin po namin, pagpasok ng local campaign period, it will be much more difficult for the department, the Philippine National Police, and of course, COMELEC to enforce the minimum public health standards.
The government is also looking to hit an 80% vaccination rate for senior citizens before shifting down to alert level 1.
We must focus our efforts now doon sa A2 and A3 kasi meron pa tayong 3 milyong mga senior citizens na hindi pa nababakunahan. So we must at least vaccinate 80% of them para confident tayo pumasok sa alert level 1.
For News 5, Camille Samonte, We Are One News.
We have some breaking news. The Metro Manila Council has approved the Capital Region's shift to Alert Level 1 beginning March 1. This was confirmed by MMC Chairman and Parañaque Mayor Edwin Olivares in an interview with Radyo 5's Filon just minutes ago. However, the council will still forward this recommendation to President Duterte, and it will be up to the IATF and the President whether they will green light the said shift to the most lenient alert level status. The MMDA will also have a meeting later this morning to discuss this move. Meanwhile, Filipino workers in Hong Kong are affected by the recent surge in cases in the Asian financial hub. Some of them were even terminated by their employers after getting infected. Jen Calimon with the details.
This spot at the central Hong Kong district used to be teeming with overseas workers, mostly domestic helpers. But with the city-state battling a new surge in infections, the once lively area is now like a ghost town. Hong Kong just reported more than 7,000 new COVID infections, including a number of Filipino workers. According to the Philippine consulate in Hong Kong, at least 60 Filipinos have contracted the virus. Some are in isolation facilities, while some are quarantined in their employers' homes. 9 are still under hospital care.
All Filipinos needing emergency assistance due to the recent surge of COVID-19 cases in Hong Kong have been accounted for and assisted. It must be noted that the severity and magnitude of the fifth wave in Hong Kong took everyone by surprise.
While they are reportedly safe, 23 of those who got infected were sacked by their employers. According to Hong Kong NGOs, they are currently staying in shelters.
Yung mga 23 natin na kababayan, nasa iba't ibang mga shelters sila ngayon. Once na nagbigay ng alert yung mga NGO, maraming nag-respond. So maraming nag-donate na mga local Hong Kongers, yung donate sila ng mga tent, at saka willing sila mag-donate ng mga tent and mga ibang mga sleeping bags.
But the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration or OWA is disputing this number. They say only 3 were let go by their employers and that the Philippine government has resolved their cases.
Pinag-utos ni Sec Bello na kausapin lahat ng employers na nasasangkot dito at 2 employer ang nakumbinsi na kunin muli yung kanilang OFW na empleyado.
To help them, the Philippine consulate in Hong Kong has provided $200 for qualified OFWs and additional $200 for those who may have concerns regarding quarantine facility. The government will also conduct an investigation on the alleged termination.
Ang ating primary mission is to get them treated first and then they receive medical attention. At pag gumaling po sila, we will revisit the situation and we will ask them kung ano po talaga nangyari at kung mapatunayan nga po natin na they were asked to leave because of their sickness, ito po ay nasasabi po natin lagi na illegal dismissal po ito under the Employment Ordinance of Hong Kong.
Despite the surge in Hong Kong, the government has no plans yet to bar travel to and from Hong Kong. Reporting for News 5, Jen Calimon, We Are One News.
Malacanang insists there's no red tagging involved in the arrest of community doctor Naty Castro. Acting presidential spokesperson Carlo Nograles said there's legal basis for the arrest of Castro, who is purportedly a high-ranking officer of the Communist Party. The palace assured Castro's family and interested human rights advocates that due process will be observed in the trial of Castro.
All legal authorities maintain that the proper procedure was followed. And if the lawyer of Dr. Naty would like to question that, they have legal remedies available to them.
Malacanang also defended the health department for its statement showing support to Castro. This after NTF-LCAC Undersecretary Lorraine Badoy chided the agency for, quote, siding with the communists. But the palace said there's nothing wrong with the health department saying that Doc Naty should be considered innocent until she's proven guilty of anything.
Ang sinabi po ng Department of Health, no, and I quote, is that all our citizens, healthcare workers included, enjoy the constitutional guarantees of due process and presumption of innocence until proven guilty. We trust our authorities to uphold these rights. End of quote. So, hindi po salungat. Lahat ng constitutional rights of the accused will be protected. And all protocols, legal protocols, and procedures were followed.
Let's check in on the latest updates from some of our national candidates. Vice President Leni Robredo had a busy Tuesday. This as she campaigned in 3 cities yesterday, including Iligan, Cagayan de Oro, and Gingoog. Robredo is confident that many Mindanao residents will support her presidential bid, just like in 2016. Meanwhile, Robredo's running mate Kiko Pangilinan went to Tarlac. Pangilinan was accompanied by his wife, megastar Sharon Cuneta. On the other hand, the Lacson Soto tandem chose to stay together yesterday as they campaigned in Laguna, where Lacson vowed never to use any government vehicles for personal use. This comes after the tragic PNP chopper crash in Quezon. Over in Pateros, Senator Manny Pacquiao visited those affected by a fire in Barangay Santa Ana, and Pacquiao supposedly promised to give 100,000 pesos in ayuda to the victims. But the lawmaker clarifies the funds for this aid was donated by a friend and that he'll comply with COMELEC rules on giving aid during a campaign. Manila Mayor Isko Moreno visited the hometown of Senator Pacquiao, and in his campaign in General Santos City, Moreno said that he wants to increase the number of senators to 34 if he's elected president. But he also explained that the voting would happen on a regional basis so that all regions would have a representative in the Senate. While Labor leader Leody de Guzman met with Cebu City Mayor Tommy Osmeña yesterday, but Leody did not give any details about their talk. Let's take a look at where the presidential candidates are headed today. Manila Mayor Isko Moreno will visit Marikina City and some parts of Rizal this Wednesday. Moreno will also be holding motorcades and town hall meetings with local officials and multi-sectoral groups. Vice President Leni Robredo will be in Bukidnon today to revisit the Sumilaw farmers, whom she once defended over a decade ago as a volunteer lawyer. In 2007, the Sumilaw farmers walked 1,700 kilometers from Bukidnon to Manila to fight for their land. After a covenant signing with the Sumilaw farmers this morning, Robredo will attend meetings with local officials and religious leaders before holding a campaign rally. Former Senator Bongbong Marcos will be in Bacolod, where he's scheduled to meet with some local officials. And he'll also launch his tandem's Unified Visayas campaign before holding a grand rally in the city. Senator Manny Pacquiao, meanwhile, is still in Metro Manila, and today he'll visit public markets in Manila and Quezon City to check prices of basic meals. Senator Ping Lacson will be in Batangas, where he'll hold a caravan along with his running mate Tito Soto. The tandem will also hold meetings with local officials and sectoral groups. America's Got Talent star Nightbird has succumbed to cancer over the weekend. Laila Pangilinan with the details.
Sing for us.
Good luck, Nightbird.
I moved to California in the summertime. I changed my name thinking that it would change my mind.
Jane Marchevsky, more famously known as the fan favorite Nightbird from America's Got Talent, has died at the age of 31.
It was a stick of dynamite and it just was a matter of time, yeah.
After battling cancer for 4 years, Nightbird's family confirmed the passing last Saturday.
I'm gonna give you something else.
Resulting in earning the elusive Golden Buzzer, Nightbird delivered a heartfelt performance of an original song, It's Okay, received widely by the public since her premiere in the show. She eventually had to drop out from the show due to her worsening condition. AGT host Terry Crews, judges Heidi Klum and Howie Mandel sent out their praises, while tributes continue to pour from all over the world.
No way I would have ever imagined that. It's a song I wrote.
And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us later at 9 a.m. as we monitor the day's biggest stories from sunrise to sundown. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.